Good morning. I'm gonna go ahead and do this week 8 update. Show you the food forest. I've done some work, done some cleaning up. I'm gonna show you these cherry berries. Give you an update. So they on this cherry tree had berries on it last year, but they did drop. Let's walk through. I'm gonna put some mulch down. This Thai dwarf looking better. It's got little berries on it. Didn't expect to have any of them on there. Thought I would tell you like how I got my land. Well, in 2009, I went through a divorce. Most people do. It's no fault of either one of us. We just grew apart. Although she grew faster. So at that point, I think it was 2008 or 2009, but that was like right when everything crashed. The economy crashed, the housing market crashed, and I lost everything. Our agreement was that she was going to go to school, and then after she finished school, I was going to get to go back and finish school as well. I've always worked in research and development as a chemist, but I'm not a chemist. I just happen to read a lot. But the company I work for actually now had to lay me off because the economy was so bad. So I lost my house, my wife, my dog actually passed away that year too, and that really hurt. That was one of the worst things because he was such a good dog, loving and caring. Like I said, I'm putting color in the food forest. So I forgot the name of these little yellow flowers, but they're beautiful. Especially the contrast between the lantana and then I have this Spanish lavender in front of them, which is beautiful. But anyhow, so I lost everything that year. Credit was horrible. I had a car that I couldn't pay for, lost that too. They actually repoed it. But I had a friend who helped me start a business striping parking lots, and I thought that was really cool. So I started doing that. I kind of established a company, but it was really hard. I had to work at night and then try to go sell my business during the day. So it was really hard to do one, by yourself. And I wasn't skilled enough at business to convince someone to help work with me. I didn't want to take on a partner. Basically, I was greedy. I could have done it if I was willing to take on a partner, but I didn't. But I just kept saving money at that point. At that point, my credit was so bad, I was like, I know I'm never going to be able to get a house again. My credit was destroyed after the divorce and lost the house. And, kind of my fault. I just fell apart, which is, understandable. But I started back working with the same company that laid me off because the economy started getting better in 2011. And I mean, they're really good people. I mean, like I said, they had to do what they had to do. It wasn't no fault of them. But at that point, I knew I wanted to. I had to go back and live with my mom, and that was when I think I was 40. I was 40 years old, living at home again. And you got to do what you got to do sometimes. It was horrible, it was embarrassing, but my mom was really precious and sweet. At the time, my dad was still alive. I've never got along with my dad. I don't even want to talk about that. But he was losing a battle with cancer, and he finally did. But I stayed with my mom because she was depressed for a while, and my oldest brother had moved back home, so my dad had passed away, and I didn't want to be around him because he's another person that I just don't get along with. But oh goodness, you can see these fat mulberries. Where's my hand? You can see 2 inches long and half an inch wide. Make sure no bird poop was on it. Oh, and so sweet. That is the Valdosta. And see the they say it's a Fuyu, but I don't think it's a Fuyu because a normal standard Fuyu is pretty small, and this is pretty big. I think it's a Tamcam, but you know, Fuyu, Tamcam, it's good. Saijo looks beautiful. That is Giardi dwarf over there, not so dwarf. And then from this view you can see the Chantilly Jujube. Anyhow, so I went back to work with them. I just started saving. I didn't eat any. The only thing I ate was ramen. When people say, you know, how'd you get your land? Well, I destroyed my health and I only ate ramen. Those peaches are probably going to be ready next week. And you can see the birds have pecked on some of them. Let's see, let's go back through here. I'm sorry, I'm walking around in a very odd angle because I can't talk and walk at the same time. I'm not that smart. This is the other Valdosta I planted. I need to get in here and mulch some more of these things. Sorry, let's give you different angles. Oh my goodness. We had some rain and wind come through and knock these pomegranates. I didn't knock them down, they just get pushed down because of the rain. And had to tie them up with some string just to have them stand back up. But they'll eventually stand back up. Let's go through here. You can see the Thai dwarf is now grown above the little cage, which always puts it in danger of the deer. And this Rojo Brillante persimmon, How River. So yeah, I just ate ramen and saved, and I bought this land. It was 2.5 acres for $12,000. And the thing is, it is 80 miles to my work. So every day I drive 80 miles to work and 80 miles home. And then, you know, I've been trying to buy a truck every 3 years, but right now I don't have the money to buy a truck, and it has like 320,000 miles on my truck. I'll give you an update on the pears. I can't tell if you can see them. See the little screen on my, it's a Osmo video recorder. It's so small and I'm so blind. Make sure I'm not stepping on any snakes. This is that other persimmon kind of tucked away back here. And go back, walk through this way. So yeah, I bought this land, and the guy who lived at the time right behind me in this. Oh, I built my house. Obviously I couldn't afford to pay someone to come and build their house, but it's a tiny house, so it wasn't that hard to build. I had no building skills other than the forts I built in the woods when I was a kid, but everybody does that. But fortunately, you know, YouTube, you can learn how to do basically anything on YouTube, which is how I learned how to garden too, you know. But I had people come out and clear the land, but they didn't. They used the grinder, you know, they just grind the trees down to the ground level, and which I thought was like this was the worst decision in my life, but it has turned out to be a much better decision, because all that root mass and stuff that was in the ground has made the land much healthier. You know, I go over to other people's land, I can see it's just bound, it's just that red clay, and they can't plant anything in it. It just looks horrible. It's hard to plant in. But yeah, but when you're planting and nothing but roots and root mass, yeah, it's hard on you. I planted every one of these trees, dug every one of these holes myself, and yeah, that was definitely hard to do. I'm sorry, I keep saying I'm an person. Those though it turned out to be the best decision, is what I'm trying to say. If you're gonna get land and you're gonna have them just plow up and dig up every tree, you might want to consider doing that. My daughter asked, why is there a sock tied to my tree? Because on YouTube I watched a video saying that if you have deer pressure in your garden, you can put ivory soap, or I tried every soap. It didn't matter if it was Camry, Ivory, Irish Spring. It did not matter. It didn't keep the deer out of my yard. I've tried like the little noise sirens when it'll make a little noise when it goes off. That didn't do anything either. But yeah, just if you want something bad enough, getting this land, I basically I ate ramen. And I watched videos, and I just became obsessed with praying, going to different land, and trying to find stuff. At the time, in 2012, the economy started to grow back, and where I lived in I live in Madisonville now, but Houston at the time, everybody was moving out of Houston into more of a countryside, and they bought up all the land. It was just outside of Houston, so I had to keep going further and further north. Oh, I want to show you, pecans have started to set. I don't know if you could see that. Oh, but okay, I'm gonna have to speed this video up a little bit because I'm making it hot because my fat hand is so hot. Oh yeah, I'm adding color to everything I can because it's just blah. I love green. Green is my favorite color, but the Izu persimmons have set, and some of those will fall off. This is that jujube, the honey jar. Back here, the big Celeste has figs on it. Even the smaller trees have figs on them. Let's see, you can see some figs on there. This is, you know, I told you I'm going through and replacing everything with Hardy Chicago because that is the most consistent fig in my area. Other than this one, this is that, what is it called? Oh, stinking, it's a French fig, but it's setting a lot of figs too. Oh, I just stepped in dog poop. Dang it, these dang puppies. Oh, I finally cleared off this ant bed. Now I gotta cover it up with mulch. But you can see everything is looking pretty. I'm gonna put some kind of plants in front of that whiskey barrel. It's just too much space. I know this Great Wall persimmon will get pretty wide and take up everything in this area, but for now I just can't stand having it look so naked. And I got this Japanese, I think it's called a pagoda, and I moved it from underneath that giant Valdosta mulberry because you could only see it during the winter time. And I started to mulch some of the beds over here, and you can see that with the contrast, you know, putting down mulch always makes stuff look really nice. Let's go through here. Oh, let me go back over to here, because I put in these, they're not zinnias, I forgot what they're called. Anyhow, but they're perennials, will come back. But in the middle of them is a purple pillar, Rose of Sharon, and it'll grow up and fill in this whole area here and look really nice. And then I ordered 3 blue chiffon Rose of Sharons too, because they say the hummingbirds really like those, and they have a deep set flower, so they're the ones that hummingbirds really get nice and get into them. Go back over here one more time, and then I've ordered some like, it looks like peach cobbler, sedum. It's peach, but I don't know, not peach cobbler. And then some butterscotch. Oh, the thing I just called a zinnia, but whatever it's called. Big cone flower on there. Oh, you can see the hummingbird if you can. Hopefully you can. He has a little red face. Oh, you see? I don't know if you can see him, but oh, it'd help if I pointed it at him. He's somewhere in there. Anyhow, just wanted to give you an update. Week 8. Please like and subscribe. I really like doing this. I was doing it for Ashley, but now I think I'm doing it for me. Ashley's my daughter. Oh, she came out and sat out in the garden with me, and her bug fears kind of wasn't bothering her because she came out early enough. So that kind of made me happy. Anytime I get to spend time with my daughter, she's the love of my life. Little booger. Anyhow, y'all have a blessed weekend, and thank you. Bye-bye. How do I stop this?